Same dangers that exist through the internet existed before the internet. They just were on different street corners, is all. So I don't have a lot of patience for but it's dangerous. It's being alive is dangerous. More importantly, not following your path. That's dangerous. That is dangerous. That is dangerous. Yeah, 7 years cycle is a thing for sure. It is. If you're doing it right, I think it is. There's nothing wrong with picking something and staying with it. There's a lot of, loyalty to that, I'm an accountant. I've been an accountant for 30 years, and my father was an accountant. My father's father was an accountant, and you're going to be an accountant too. That's fine with me. That's fine. That's fine. Conviction is the exact same path to the monad. It's the exact same way of finding it there, I think. It seems to be more entitlement. It seems to be more like that, which is why people burn themselves. I think if you burn yourself for the Buddha, you're going to get to see Buddha because you're like, dude, I earned it. I fucking set myself on fire. This is some serious magic. And I think the only way we get there is by practicing conviction. And we can't practice conviction when we're living in a society where everyone has to be the same thing. You practice conviction where you're able to change all the rules and see if you can handle it. This is what all social cliques are about. And punk rose because everything was too trim and proper, so punk rock music developed. And then people were like, why is it punk rock music suck so bad? It's like, because it's the only way that movement could identify with itself. It had to be rejected by everything else. It's ultimately, this is how you find yourself. You find that no matter how perfect the ion channel is that you think you found, you're never going to be fulfilled by someone else. It's going to have to come from you. This is imagination, isn't it? How powerful is your plasma, right? How powerful. Yes, be a changeling. I encourage you to be a changeling. And there'll be a time where I think we'll be allowed to be changelings more. I think it's already happened. My parents, you would only have a singular job and you would be considered a failure if you moved. And now it's quite impossible, I think, to keep a job for more than 7 years. But it's not just jobs. Our interests change. Things that we thought we wanted to do, we get to learn. We get to go, oh God, this isn't what I wanted to do at all. And you can change. There's only a little bit of prana in that whole, I'm not going to change. It's only going to be for the people that are going to really get off on the orthodox tradition of just not changing. But if you look at that, I don't know how much of an identity is there. I think there's a lot of identity in that. People want to be cops. They want to wear uniforms. The uniform is almost like an excuse to sacrifice yourself for something else. And then you're going to get honored. People are going to promise to honor you. They're going to light flames when you're not around. They're going to give you free fries. They're going to ride first class every 1 out of 17 trips, things like that. And that all you have to do is not have your own identity, just to simply follow the other ion channels. There's power in that. I think there's a big lesson in that. I've seen my father, I think, go through that and have that whole thing, and his loyalty to the Marine Corps and his identity that he got from that. And I also saw the sweet fucking cosmic justice, which frankly couldn't have felt good to have someone like me born who kind of sees through that. Kind of sees through the military and looks at a Marine not really as someone who has a lot of courage. It's more someone that really lacks a lot of conviction. You see, if you don't have a full self, sacrificing yourself isn't that hard. It's not that hard. But if you built up a lifetime of rejecting or defending yourself through rejection, you start to find that your identity is pretty important. All of a sudden it becomes a lot harder to sacrifice it. And so the ideal soldier is going to be someone that doesn't have an identity. They're going to be someone that associates into the uniform itself. And it's going to allow them to do amazing things. They're going to be heralded as a hero, all the other stuff, right? You're going to get a golden helmet, golden shield, golden shoes. All you got to do is kill a bitch. Call her Medusa. No problem, right? Terrorists, bad. Only some people like me are going to see that. Most people aren't. Most people are going to be like, thank you for your service. That's a reality too. It's a real reality.